Good morning. We're gonna get started. Of course we're gonna get started. Stream just came on. There we go. Everything's the right size now. Oh dear, but everything is black. There we go. So a quick check on the browsers. There we go. Much better. So let's see, what do we have going so far? I got status. What was I doing there? Oh, I was trying to parallelize that build. But there are certain things that you cannot do in Rust. And sending proc macro types between threads is one of those things that you cannot do. So, it's a little fun with, say, two token, I think is what it's called. Two tokens, or two tokens. We'll implement this for a number of types. Because the types we can actually send across the threads. The token stream we can't. We'll do that. I'm going to undo the changes in here. Rayon. Or was that? Is that in lib? There it is. Just undo a bunch. Oh. Okay. That might be the right place to start. Or a check on that. Looks like it's going to take a while, so that'll be good. All right. Now, go to API.json or .api. Got a number of elements in here, and this Godot class here. How would we actually implement two tokens on this? There's a lot of decisions that are made when we build up one of these classes. There are special methods. There's all sorts of different pieces that end up coming together just in order to make this. We could have something fairly generic and maybe have a class be a chunk of things that impl that. So perhaps our new let's see, pub struct foo is going to be, let's call it generated class. It's made of these parts or chunks, units. Not sure what to call them. And that could be a vector of 9, was it 2 token? Let me take a quick peek at the browser. Yeah, 2 tokens, plural. Because if we did that, we could just shove whatever we wanted in there. It'd have to be boxed. And that's not a comma. Okay. We actually need that in scope. Okay. I think the basic idea is that instead of, as we produce the code, as we generate the tokens, there's a lot that actually goes in ahead of generation. And some things like this, find class, or no, that's not one of them. Class inherits. Does it inherit from this other thing? That could be parallelized. I think a lot of this could be parallelized. And then we just leave it up to the very, very, very end to generate all the tokens. What do we have in Godot class at the moment? I don't think I like that. No, too much. Hey, Museum. Oh, what? Oh, no, this is just a different branch. Oh, could you scope threads and still borrow from the input? Oh, interesting. That'd be cool. But yeah, I just wanted to toy around with this concept for a bit. So I just checked out whatever the master was, master branch, which actually I might be a little behind to get FetchGD native. Okay, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, if this actually works and makes a big difference, then I would go back and try to add some of the other pieces. For the size of the fragment before you try to write them. Oh, why is that? Hmm. You imagine not writing to a single file would be better. I see. Oh, I see. So that's interesting. I guess that's there would also be another way of doing that then. What if, so one of the other things that might be possible is instead of generating everything into one file, you could actually generate out all the module files. And if that was happening, so if this wasn't like this, but there was a specific path that all these files got generated out to, and then just some big import or whatever that happened. Hmm. So what I'm thinking at this point is essentially this generate binding. Instead of it returning a token stream, what if it just wrote out all of those different modules? So we could have some iteration here that goes through and says, "Oh, use this, mod this, use this." That would be a quick way to see if it would speed up the build, wouldn't it? Huh. What does imports want? Might need to do that per class. I see. Yeah, I don't know if we want to do a dependency graph right now though, because I think there's just a simpler way to try this out. Or do we need? No, the modules can be alphabetized, can't they? They don't have to be in some order. What mutates what? Yeah, it's true. I don't think they actually mutate each other. I think the classes are fairly. I mean, sure, they might have parameters or whatever that are dependent on something else being there, but hmm. 'Cause that would be a simple way of just parallelizing this. Let's see. How would that actually work here then? If we were going to just stamp out a bunch of modules. Hmm. It does feel like it would be odd to have that like in the code, like right here. Oh, flat map again. Yeah, that makes sense. I think the part that I'm trying to figure out at the moment is um, where does code get generated? If it gets put into the output folder, is that still in the I guess quote unquote right path? It doesn't seem like it would be. Here, where do we say include? Oh, what is this? Oh, that's something else. Format include. This is for GD native build. Um, Outdoor is the only directory that's included in the final build. Oh, actually, that's interesting. And so you're saying that we can actually, in the build step of bindings generator, have wait, could bindings generator create a number of files that are then, source files, .rs files that are then used in these other crates? Oh, interesting. Okay. You just include multiple files here. Hmm. And then if something was, below the modules.rs, it would just have to be relative to that file in the binding generator, right? Well, hmm, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's give that a try then. So if we go back to where are we here? This is GD native core. Let's go to GD native bindings lib. Okay, so here we have this one. This one's a little more simple, I think. So just for the sake of this, let's say that generated at this point is just going to be a big module that has things like hues object or mod object, mod node 2D, etc. Right? All of those other scoped things that we're actually creating. So at the top level, it's going to just generate that list here. So modules, let modules. Oh, it's pretty much just this. Oh, 2018 has an alternative for mod. I didn't know that. So what's the benefit in having one generated.rs? Let's see, where it's foo.rs and then foo abc.rs. Oh, instead of foo mod. Okay, yep, that makes sense. I think I barely remember that. Did I use that in? Yeah, it's up one directory. I wonder if did I use that in the game server or did I just use mod.rs? I might have just used mod. So why do the extra step of putting everything back in one file? I mean, the compiler is good at reading these things. I don't. Let's see. It's going to be like this. Mod something. Mod module. And then for compatibility, use module class name. Something similar to that. That needs a sum, doesn't it? There. Oh, I'm hoping that it doesn't actually get checked in, but it stays in the out directory. Thank you. Yep. Okay, now for this. Files.name.to snake case. It's to snake name. What is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think we want this committed. Oh, module again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, classes is huge, and but at this point, like we could do the code generation up here with pareditor, this piece, but down here, because we're returning quote and token stream, etc. from proc macro can't go across threads; they are not send. We'd have issues there. Let's use crate standard idea. Okay. Snake case. Snake case. There we go. All right, imports there I don't think we want. Imports are going to have to go up here somewhere during the generation. So each class basically gets those imports, or they import the parent one? Oh, yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Because they'll probably have to import parent anyway to get access to the other modules. All right, not going to use classes or filter map. We're just going to do a part iter. Let's toss that in there. Use rayon. Little star on there. For each one of those. So we're not really going to return anything. We're just going to return. And in this case, while we might have the bindings here, we will want whatever the outdir is. So some sort of out path or whatever that we can collect this and dump it into a file there. I don't know, class code, whatever it is. Toss that in there, and then right. We will need to append the module name on there, won't we? It happens so often, we should just put that on the class. Yeah, let's just use a path buff. Let's see, where is that? It's path buff. Path, okay. Set file name. Oh, we can also set the extension, can't we? So we don't have to do that. We can set file name, we can give it module name. Oh, is there no set extension on there? Oh, there is set extension. Maybe I was looking for set file extension. Huh. Set extension .rs. We'll see what that generates. Okay, now at this point we write to a new file. So we're going to write to file output. Strange. Set extension extn s ion. There we go. And file. Using local doc. Oh, this is not local docs today. Wow. And that could throw. Okay, not throw, but you get the idea. What do we want to do there? Oh, we need write. Standard IO write. What's out path? It's base there. All right, I don't see the function on there. Let's just make a copy of this. All right, so in this case, and we're going to iterate over these, generating the code for each one of those, and then at the end we create basically the module that gets imported. Let's see what happens. Okay, that needs to be mutable. Good. What else? Message file or directory. Unnamed. Okay. There's a couple of those. Let's print out what it is. Oh, create dir all. Oh, that's slick. I gotta see that. That's a great. That is so useful. Wow. Oh, I love Rust. And this is just so pragmatic. Keeps people from having to do this over and over again. Oh, did it not? Okay. Let's see what it's actually trying to create. Okay, we'll display that. Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Oh, it's got 2 dots in it. File open doesn't do that. Okay. Oh, good, and it truncates if it does exist. Okay. Thank you. I was in C mode. Yeah, that way you can't override and mess up a file. Yeah, it's a nicer interface to open, right? Instead of having to get all the flags right, it's just part of the API. Choose wisely. It's taking its time. Must have gotten something right, which might mean that it's generating a number of files. I know, like, they wanted to improve on C? Oh, the other one. Oh, look at all those. So cute. Oh, nice. Actually, let's check. Do you have a link? Oh, yes, thank you. Copy link address. Okay, so the question is, why is assignment an expression in Rust? The unit valueness slash non-chainability of assignments was an intentional design choice, preceding considerations of expression statement duality and unrelated to linearity or copyability. Intentional minor safety measures sprinkled about. When assignment expression A equals B have a non-unit value. Yes, I agree. They're most easily confused with that. I have spent a week in C finding a bug that had if A equals B and not if A is equal to B. So it was A assigned B. And that was horrible. It was a horrible way to actually spend a week trying to find that in C code. That's very cool. Wow, is that still going? What is it doing? Strange. I haven't run the with COC enabled in a little bit. Yeah, if he's not been involved even in 6 years, well, it's neat that he actually goes through and looks at that. Still his baby. Swift 2. Oh, Apple. Well, good for him. I wonder if it works in the what do they call it? The donut? The Apple's got some like really nice buildings and then some like mediocre buildings. Just because they grow so fast, right? They just pick up some buildings and fill the space occasionally. It's probably remote. I don't really want to kill that yet. I want it to just finish so it's faster next time. These two here. Rust analyzer. It's firing up. It would be nice if Rust Analyzer could do this in a different directory, or I don't know. I run into this all the time on really big projects. Firing up Rust Analyzer at the very beginning just takes a while. Oh, and I forgot to plug in my machine here. Do I have IOTop? No. Sudo IOTop. Oh, that's not it. Okay. The update today reduced memory consumption. Wow. Big projects. A lot of trades, by the way. 20 to 30%. Oh, that's great. That's really cool. All right, well, it looks like it's going to do its thing. Let's keep going. So it looks like that'll be there. So now this is binding generator. It's getting called from GD native core and then also GD native bindings. Actually, what was that up here? Implicit hasher? What does that mean? Checks for impl or fn missing generalization over different hashes and implicitly defaulting to the default hashing algorithm. Wow. Yeah. How did... This is scope to this function, isn't it? I wonder if they left it on for some other reason. That was strange. Oh, it's actually doing it. Well, good. I'm glad it's doing it. There we go. What's this saying? Oh, use of undeclared type or module, sys. Oh, browser. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so what happened? Got a lot of spew, right? Just lots and lots and lots of it. And then we had use of undeclared type or module, sys. Filter resolve, use of undeclared type or module, sys. And if we go up, let's see what else do we got here. Yeah, still sys again. So I formatted one of these files and open it up in Vim. Oh, that's going to need to be in the generated directory, isn't it? Where is sys? Sys? Ah, here. And that's because, why? Why is that? That's because the imports. We didn't pull in the imports. Basically, when we create this, up here, there's a class code. There was a new code alternative released. Really? What's it called? White space aware. Oh, quasi-coding Python. Interesting. Let's go see disable. Wow, that does look nice. Genco, huh? Let's string quoting. Oh, that's nice for documentation. Who built this? Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Quote. Boom, there it is. There's a big, oh, interesting. All right. So how is this different from quote? Well, oh, okay, okay. The quote relies on intuitive white space detection. Okay. And let's see, if we go to their docs here. Oh, requires nightly. Oh no. I mean, is it just the white space? That looks so nice. All right, I definitely want to star this one. Both places. Get one there and give it a follow. Oh, that'd be really nice. That would be nice. Oh, interesting. So what's going on here? Y sort? Node queue free? And where's node queue free? That's yeah, generate prelude on these. I wonder how many of those there actually are, because it's probably just going to be, yeah, we're in special methods, so we have node queue free. Oh, where's the color? There we go. Okay, there's that, and then probably object. Like this one here might fail. Object ref counted, this sort of thing might fail also. But I think there's only going to be a couple of these. Oh, what is this one? Image format. Is this the image crate? Wow, I have to actually scroll up quite a ways for this one. I think I'm scrolling up and it's just black. Yeah, that's not very useful. Cargo check 2 and 1. That. Oh, wait. I kept opening these things. Jobs. How many neovims do I have? Okay. Oops, wrong one. Tab. There we go. Oh, I see. I see. So fixing imports or I'm just trying to figure out where these are because I think this is. So we have get hand, and that's a wrapper around this other function, which is in the same file. It's saying that I see. So I thought that we're using super here, right? Shouldn't that have done this? Super colon colon star because super. Hmm. Yeah, that should be generated, right? To get to the parent. So I do wonder what this is actually giving us. We come back. Is it here? Okay, so we're generating the class bindings. That's going to look like this. Now that should actually be in the generated directory, shouldn't it? Oh, I didn't include a dash V on there. But shouldn't that be like one folder in? Yeah, it could be that it's not exporting that. So we quote it. We do that. Now down here, see, I thought this would actually get it here. We pub use this, and we'd have the module, then we have like that AVR or whatever. And that should be the class name here. We should be in generated. It feels like there's a mismatch in. I don't know what it is at the moment. Cannot see S because superfoo S and not super S. I see, but aren't we doing a pub use here in order to pull S up one level? But that's what I was trying to do at this point. Was to have all of the classes in, so generated would look, generate mod. You glob it. There might, no, we can't because some of the enum types they'll clobber each other because reasons. They're named the same thing. So align might be in two different modules. So I have to be more precise. Yeah, why is this not in a subdirectory? That should be... Yeah, it should be that AVR position tracker information. Yes, that's what it should be. Let's toss a dash VV on that. Check, dash VV. Creating file. Creating directory. Generated. Okay, so why isn't all of this going into the generated directory? I mean, we're passing module path into this. That should be that path. Or should this be more of a push and then set the extension? It feels weird though, because it seems like it's, or was it here? Right, we just created this directory, which looks fine. Out, generated, etc. Okay. Set a 0, fine. And then down here, we create this file, but it's not in generated. Set file name. Oh, otherwise it's equivalent to calling pop and then pushing the file name. Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. Now we have that generated in the right directories. That should be spamming all the cores. Oh, nope. It was done. Done spamming the cores. All right, let's take a look at generated.rs. It's going to be over here. Whoa. No, don't do that. Quit all. There we go. Out. Oh, I see. Generic. Okay, that looks correct. Okay. And how about node something? Do we have node? 2_d. Oh, wow. That's funny. Okay. So at this point, we're calling use super, which should be everything that's inside of generated. Okay, good. Okay, that's treating it as if we didn't get the module. Because it should be create generated AVR positional tracker. And it probably is, because I doubt that directory got cleaned up. Yeah. Ah, this was a quick one. Why would that have not recreated it? Let's go into GD native bindings. Cargo clean on that. No, 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 no. There. Oh, Semver stuff. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of output that you typically miss. Hmm. So why tail dash F? I mean, it'll follow it, but basically, I'm trying to dodge these really big chunks of white space that are in there. Okay, creating these files. Oh, you can search backwards. I see. I see. So really, I shouldn't have put it. Okay, now earlier we were talking about, what was it? The those paths where the modules work, A, B, and C, and whatnot. So here we have foo, A, B, C, R, S. I see. Do I need? This feels weird because we're in quote unquote generated, aren't we? Hmm. I think I'm one level off here. Because the import is importing it in place. It's not importing it into generated. So, td native bindings, source, generated rs. So we need stuff moved into here from lib. Oh, that's nice. All right. It says it reconnected successfully. We'll see about that. That was weird. All right, so then we'll have the generated here. Let me kick my little preview window. It's not doing anything. It's back for, yeah, my little preview window's gone. Right, gotta reload that. All right, so in this case, we're gonna have generated, and let's try what I'm using and suggesting. And we should be able to just look at that log file. Should be nice. Expected one of that or that. Fancy. Oh, this is on generated, isn't it? Should be wrapped in a module. Oh, shoot, that should be in, yes, mod generated. I'm gonna put that in there. Just gonna take all of this, dump that in there as well. And generate make them. Oh, I see. Oh, it just says formatting. The output file is fairly anticlimactic. All right, just a moment. Where? Oh, I see a standard error. Oh, that's nice. It filters that out into its own file. Awesome. Out output and root output. Hmm. That generated file did not appear. Almost. There. Oh, did it switch? Such a hard time keeping track of that. Oh, Rust formats that. Oh, pubmod generated needs a. What? It doesn't need generated here because now we're in generated. That's right, because we can't go 2 down, right? Yeah, mod module name. Yeah, we shouldn't have had generated and then global constants. Yeah. Pubmob global constants doesn't exist? Look, yeah, I see I created there. All right. And we had purposefully added this. It's like I see, so we're actually treating the out directory as the generated module. which I was expecting to create a generated module in the output directory. So have the little file, the directory structure. But that doesn't seem like it's needed. Set file name on that, which also means that we can come back here. We do not have to create directory all, which was a cool function. Oh, set file underscore name, thank you. Doesn't that file exist? Creating file. Back up. It says it's creating these at the top level. Okay, that's good. And then I'd expect that to exist. Oh, it's putting them in out. What? Really? Oh. Oh, I didn't see that. Right there. Yeah. Wow. Okay. It was this push, the set file name here. Again. We'll get it. Okay, now we have out. There it is. Get out. Fail to resolve. Unresolved import. Okay. Unresolved import. Help. Similar path exists. GD native core private. Okay. Have any? Are they all the same? All right. I wonder what it's actually referring to. global constants. Cowtel, how's it going? How's the game coming along? We are in GD native Rust land at the moment, working on code generation for fun and profit. Great, I think I forgot the error. Okay, so in this case, these are the global constants. Good. We have object, okay. It's gonna be over here somewhere. Is it a return type? No. Oh, we polluted that directory. Want the errors. Where's the output? Okay, we'll leave this one for the errors that we get. Okay. And we'll open the files in the next terminal over. Similar path exists. What the heck is it talking about? We can find like a smaller file. It's probably going to be the same thing over and over and over again. So we have animated sprite, yada yada. Well, some of these are just huge. Okay, there's a couple small ones. Animation node animation. What happened? Oh, determining length of file. Okay. Or we'll just take this one. Not very big. Oh, read the errors in JSON. Oh, that would be nicer, wouldn't it? I just want to see what that looks like. Oh yeah, much more compact. Because it's dumping the entire file out whenever it sees one of those. Oh wow, and it's still... I see, JQ just pretty prints it. Interesting. Alright, but what was the error? Oh, I can't parse it. No. Oh, it's a VV. Hmm. Actually, yeah, why didn't this go into the file? All right. Where's all the other, Oh, that's right, we put them in the generated file. Generated. Ah, they're not getting these. That's it. All right, another point to Museum. Because in here we do need super and super super. Actually, why isn't that in generated? Shouldn't that be part of generated? Because this file becomes generated, right? Hmm. I mean, it must be these things here, like Godot API, saying, hey, there's one over there, or there's a crate sys over there. Unresolved import, sure. Give me a different one. GD native core private exists. Similar path exists. Module's now 2 deeps instead of 1. The imports for super is for the generated module, not lib.rs or whatever. I see. And if we go back to lib, or GD native bindings, it's sparse. Then we had moved all of these into this. What would the purpose of super here be? If that had been in lib. Seems odd. Because all of that would have been right here. Oh, that and this is the wrong file. I shouldn't be looking at this file. Let's close that one. It's GD native bindings generated. Yeah, I was in the wrong crate, I guess. This is basically just pulling everything in from GD native core. I'll bet they're whining about this get API. Yeah, because this isn't in scope. Hold on. Oh, other direction. Yeah, that didn't get pulled in. So this get API needs to be available. Okay, so if that's two in, we want those generated modules to be able to climb up and get hold of that there. Or we just toss all this stuff down into each one of those. Just fine too. Might make more sense. Binding generator lib. I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious about what I'm actually pulling in, or what I'm opening, because I don't want to get confused by similar file names in the different crates. So super, I don't think we need, because that's what these were supposed to be. Okay. Oh yeah, that module path thing. GD. Okay. There we go. Oh, big money. Okay, nope. GD native core private. Oh shoot, did I misspell that when I patched that in earlier? It was in special methods. GD native core. A similar path exists. Three two nine nine. Okay. Here. Crate private. Crate private Godot object sealed. All right. They actually have Godot object and oh, it should be Oh, interesting. So GD native core private Godot object sealed. Oh, interesting. I see. As long as it's in a private module. Got it. Well, what are we getting up there? Oh, I think that's actually expected because it's using the same thing that we're doing here. Let's go to GD native core. We actually have to get this one working because the other one depends on it, but they both use the same bindings. Oh, which means that this is incorrect for GD native core. What was that before? So yeah, it was Godot object before. I wonder why Godot object. Okay, so that one's fine like that, which is good. Almost good. Oh, I see. I see. The binding generator for this one's actually a little different because we've been working on GD native bindings build, which is like this. And the other one, the GD native core build, it's tossing it all into one big file and calling generate class directly. So, hmm. So what are we gonna do here? Feels like this generate class. See, here we have generate bindings. Very similar. I don't want to have to duplicate this. Because this one ends up calling generate class, which is in here. So generate class bindings, and then actually this generate class, what's it do? That calls generate class bindings. Why do the other ones, what is this? So this one here, the generate class, it's not doing the generate import for this. See, in this case we have the generate imports, in the other case we don't. Interesting. But we do find the class, generate the API for it. This is like two different entry points for this. Like one of them just wants a lot less information. I do not understand why. I mean, they're both getting like the lion's share of this. So why the difference? Let's take a look at the build for this one again. We're getting these strongly connected components. All right. And the difference here, this generate class just looks it up. Oh, that's weird. Why is it doing it this way? It creates the API twice. Eee. So it deserializes that 2 times. Okay, we shouldn't do that. I think we should kind of invert this logic. We should be generating the bindings for the classes that we want in here, not for the ones that we don't want. That way we generate one API. Because at this point, after generate bindings has been called in GD native bindings, it's already created API once. Okay, let's see if we can invert this. Ah, drat, we're coming up. Yeah, I have another struct that handles this. Okay, that was fine. Then in here, it's mutable API. Generate bindings. Okay. Let's see, do we go with a hash set or... You know what, it's mutable. Why don't we just reduce what classes are in API? So let's get rid of the hash set, the ignore. Oh, I gotta get going. Right, this creates an iterator, which is using closure must return true or false. Closure returns true, then the element is returned. Okay. Yeah, good. There we go. So in this case, we'll just have ones that we want. And in the other case, GD native core build. That needs to be mutable. That's a good point, Musean. Good point. Oh, what was the second parameter on that? Oh, the output path. Okay. Oh, well, in one case we want it to exclude these strongly connected elements. So we're actually negating it in one case. Oh, that's not a let. That's silly me. The option? Not seeing an option. The none? Oh, not there. Good question. Oh, that's because it recurses. So visit here will then call visit. All right, so we might get to that. I gotta get going though. I wanted to see if this could actually build. To ignore. Oh, I think it was just called classes in the other one. Oh, ignore the ones that have been generated before. Why aren't we just iterating through this? Why does it have to? I don't think this is possible. Unless there's a duplicate class? Let's see what happens. Yeah, that way the state isn't. Yes. Yes. I agree. Okay, in this case, expected struct vac found filter. Oh, I didn't collect. Somewhat fun to linearize them. Yeah, I ran into a recursive issue the other day. Forget, I didn't get past it. I actually needed to linear. Oh my goodness. Oh, that needs an I. GD native core, I don't think should have all of those. Did I get that backwards? Core build. Huh. All right. Well, I gotta get going. At least that built. Just, I guess I'm a little surprised. It's doing way too much. Oh, should be able to find class. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I got that backwards. And in this case, to ignore. Yeah. Are you filtering it out? Or are you collecting it? There we go. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, I gotta get running. It was fun. Where are we gonna go today? I can't tell what people are doing on this. Let's see. All right, we're gonna raid Adam today. So we'll go through and get some of this cleaned up probably tomorrow, or maybe tonight I'll make a little bit more progress on it. I don't know. I gotta get some work done today. Until next time.